Hey, what is up everyone? It is I, Magician88. I'm going to be casting a free-for-all. It's actually going to be played live right now. We ready? I hope we're ready. So it looks like we're going to be seeing quite a few random races and... oh, this is going to be pretty fun. I'm just waiting for everyone to get ready and I just need to make sure that I've got the right observer interface. So... just going to wait for it to begin. And... alright, so... here we go. Alright, so we're ready, I guess. Oh, looks like they want to go full random. So we're just going to wait for Nova perhaps to go random. It's going to be a random FFA, guys. This is actually going to be pretty damn exciting. And is Nova actually going to go random? Alright, Nova's random, so we ready? We so ready. Okay, the countdown timer is about to begin. It is now, well, as you can see, it's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, whatever. Go. So of course, as you can see right here, we have 8 players on Abyss. It is Juarez, Livibee, Exia, Miggles, Cosmic Nova, Mike Rack, Stod, and Barcode, and they're all playing random, which is going to be pretty interesting. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Let's wait for everyone to load now. Hopefully my internet can handle this because I'm streaming and I'm also watching an 8-player free-for-all. Hope this works. Alright, so in the, I'm guessing sort of, oh, we have a pause already for Cosmic Nova, as everyone is going to probably close down Livy's stream so that they don't end up cheating. And just looking at the map already, I can actually do all of this. So in the top right hand corner, possibly the, I'm guessing the 1 o'clock position, spawning as the pink Zerg, it is none other than Livibee. Spawning just under her, in probably the, I'm guessing the 2 o'clock position, it is none other than the red Zerg, it is Exia. In about the 4 o'clock position, I'm guessing, spawning as the orange Protoss, it is Barcode. Spawning as the black Zerg, or the dark grey Zerg, in the 5 o'clock position, it is Cosmic Nova. In the bottom left, spawning as the green Terran, in the 7 o'clock position, also a GM, it is Stod. Spawning in the 8 o'clock position, in the pink, well, also in pink actually, I think this is more of a purple. No, it's actually more of a pink. Livy is more of a lilac. It is Miggles! In the top left, spawning as the purple Zerg. Whoops. Wow, what was that? It is Mike Rack. And in the top left as well, in about the 11 o'clock position, it is Juarez. Spawning, of course, as the blue Zerg. So already, it looks like Nova actually going for just a 6-pull all-in, even pulling out the drones. Actually, I think that's a few more than just 6 drones. Can't exactly sure, but she's actually going to go straight for Livibee. Now, can Livibee actually hold against this? Not entirely sure. She does have enough minerals probably to make a spine crawler of her own, but already Juarez and Exia knowing exactly what's going on because their overlords actually spot this. At the same time, Mike Rack, Exia, and I think Stod, no, and Barcode are actually going to go for an early expansion. Livibee actually in quite a bit of trouble managing to take out that spine crawler. That's actually a really critical thing for Livibee to do, because that way the spine crawler rush, the 6-pull all-in spine crawler rush will not work. Basically now if Nova tries to keep going, I think he's going to lose. He's not going to be able to hold out in the long run, especially with no workers in his base at all. Meanwhile, oh wow, okay. I'm just going to refer to them by their colours now. Meanwhile, the red Zerg players actually just try to get in with some action, maybe defending Livibee against Nova's Zerglings as well. Maybe we might be seeing a bit of a sandwich here that could be devastating for Nova. But keep in mind that Livibee and Exia's Zerglings will actually come out to attack each other at the same time, so we might be seeing some truces as well. Stod hoping to get truce with everyone, although he being the Grandmaster, I think he should be the one who just basically like sits back, relaxes, and makes sure that he can just wait for just a little bit until everyone kills themselves. So far everyone else continuing to play just a little bit more standardly, I guess, as we do have a command center coming down for Biggles actually opting to go for, I think, what is that, like a 2 racks expand? 2 racks expand into 3 racks, roughly? Exia deciding to just, like, perhaps duck away for now as he decides to macro around for just a bit, as he does have actually a few queens. He's also getting speed now, but I think that's actually a pretty late speed for Exia, especially since he does have an extra 120 minerals, so maybe he forgot about it. Meanwhile, I think Livibee actually chasing Exia all the way to his base. I don't think this is going to be such a good engagement for her, especially since there is a queen, and Exia of course can pull away the drones, but it's going to be a run by as well if she tries to get in and snipe this queen at least. Will she get it? She's actually going to get the queen. At the same time, our blue Zerg here, who is Juarez, he's actually going to come in with a counter-attack. Of course, it's a blind counter-attack because he doesn't know that Livibee is preoccupied doing something else, but already Juarez actually backing out. Maybe he wants to play nice? But that could have been very devastating for Livibee, especially since she doesn't even have an extra expansion. She only has 2 queens, which is fair enough. Right now, I think this drone may be going to make another expansion. Yes, it is. So it looks like all the bases of Abyss are just about to be taken. You got to remember with this map, especially on a free-for-all, you only have your main and your natural, and at every other base you have to take from another player. So basically, unless someone dies really quickly, it's just going to always be 2 bases. 2 base strategies. You're going to have to try and hold out for as long as you can. And eventually, actually very quickly, the map will run out of resources, and then of course you will have to try and be as efficient with your units as possible. And we do see a few spines coming down for Micrack, so he may be thinking of playing a lot more defensively. Meanwhile, Nova is actually floating a few resources. He is looking to expand. He already has expanded actually, and he should be thinking of making some links right now. He's actually going for a fast lair, which I don't think is such a good idea, especially in a free-for-all when you don't actually know what's going on. And this Hellion is actually going to just come in. He's going to see that there is in fact no Zerglings. In fact, there's not even a queen. There's no defense. Only drones. These drones are going to have a really hard time killing this Hellion if I think Biggles actually manages to micro correctly. But this little attack here from Exia not actually doing enough damage to the barcode player simply because of the photon overcharge. Meanwhile, these drones are actually going to try and do a surround on the Hellion, and not going to be able to. In fact, the Hellion should be able to move away pretty easily, but there's also going to be a drop from Miggles on Nova. Miggles not happy at all about Nova's early attack, and so therefore he's actually going to go straight for it. And then since there's no queen, there's no defense for Nova, then he's actually going to probably lose his lair, probably lose his hatchery with no defense in sight. I think Nova's actually going to drop out of the game pretty soon. We're not entirely sure what he's going to do. He might actually pull off something pretty damn interesting. We do have a spy coming down for Livibee now off 2 bases. Hopefully we actually have a spy coming down for both Livibee, Exia, and that's it. Oh, Carrier's coming out for our barcode player right now. 4 out of 4 Stargates. He's also got a lot of minerals and gas, which means he can make a lot of carriers, and that's actually going to be pretty damn good against the Zerg players who may be going for Mutas instead of Corruptors. I think they would be going for Mutas. Meanwhile, while Miggles is attacking Nova, he has to try and also defend against Micrack. That may prove difficult if you don't have enough of the focus required to sort of do that kind of stuff. Now we do have an attack coming in for Exia. He's actually going to try and attack the mineral line. Obviously he's not going to be able to just outright kill the barcode player, but he wants to end this. Unfortunately there is a carrier and there are some sentries, which means the run by is just simply not going to happen, and in fact he may actually lose quite a lot of Zerglings. Now I can't exactly pull up the units lost tab or the I don't want to pull up the resources lost tab right now because it's actually rather pointless. We do have Ultralisks coming down for Minecraft as well, and it looks like Livibee and Exia actually opting to go for Mutas instead of Corruptors, which is a fair choice. Stod actually, I think Stod is actually just sticking to Marine Marauder with perhaps, no, he's actually going for just standard MMM Bio Army, which is actually quite a good idea. Same thing with Miggles as well, going for just the standard Bio Army, as it is pretty fast. You need to be able to have the mobility to attack and defend in case, like, well, if you attack and someone comes in and attacks you, you need to be able to just as quickly as you can come back and defend. Meanwhile, I think the Zerg players creep actually touch, and do they actually meet in an intersection where they start pounding the creep into the orange Protoss players' base? I don't know. But the Ultras have come out, which means the ground army for Minecraft is actually looking pretty scary at this point in time, especially since all players are currently sitting on just 2 bases. A couple of mutas should be able to not do that much harassment, as Juarez actually opted to go for Hydras, which is a really good idea since 2 players are actually going for Mutas. This will definitely save him against the other 2 Zerg players at least. Meanwhile, this huge attack from who is this? Exia is actually going to take out the Nexus. No, not take out the Nexus. I think he could have taken out that Nexus, and that would have actually really severely hurt. Okay, it wouldn't have hurt. It would not have hurt the Barcode player so much, since he's got 2,000 minerals. He could just warp in a bunch of zealots as well, and then maybe his army will be really powerful. But Skytoss, pretty damn good composition, as Exia reacting by dropping down 3 Spore Crawlers, a good idea. Meanwhile, wow, there's a lot of things that are happening already, as we do have an engagement right here. It is going to be a Roach Hydra army versus Livibee's currently just Muta heavy army. The Hydras, I'm not entirely sure if there are enough Hydras, and go away notifications. I think there are actually enough Hydras to take out these Mutas, so Livibee not actually being able to do anything against this Roach Hydra army from, I believe that's Juarez. Meanwhile, these Zerglings are going to come in, and these Mutas as well. I think there's not enough to take out Juarez outright, but I think Exia should be able to deal quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, Livibee coming in, and Juarez is in a lot of trouble here, as he is getting attacked by 2 players at the same time. He's getting attacked from the front by Exia with his mutas. Meanwhile, Livibee's mutas are coming in from behind to do a lot of economic damage, and it looks like he's going to be in a bit of trouble. Meanwhile, we have an Ultralisk drop coming in for Mike Rack, as he is going to try and do a bit of harass with these Ultralisks. The question is, which Ultralisks which Overlords are the Ultralisks in? Meanwhile, we have, looks like the attacks are about to just stop for a bit. It's going to stop for a bit, but whoa, that's a lot of Marines and Marauders. And he's even bringing SCVs in to attack the Ultralisks as well, which is sometimes not considered such a good idea. But once again, like I said, when you get attacked, or when you are attacking and when you get attacked, you really need to have that mobility of, say, the Terran Bio army, so that you can run back and defend as quickly as you can. Now, with that many Mutas versus that many Vikings, I think this Muta army should be able to hold out. But oh, we have two lots of Mutas coming in against the Barcode player. Is Red going to attack? Is Exia going to attack? No, Livibee needs to get away right now. Meanwhile, I think Nova is completely dead. Nobody's actually bothering to take his expansion except for Stod, who actually is going to seize the opportunity and get up a 3rd base. This will actually put him in a huge lead, but Nova actually lagging out. I think Nova, if you want to continue spectating the game, you really should just leave and perhaps watch a stream of some form, maybe Livy's stream, maybe my stream, I don't know, but you should watch someone's stream. Meanwhile, we do have anion pulse crystals being researched by the by the Barcode player, which is a research that I haven't really seen being used that often by a lot of players. They often don't even bother with it. Sometimes they do, but sometimes they don't. Anyway, it looks like Barcode calling for the death of Stod, but oh, this Nexus actually hanging by just a few wires here, as these Mutas with one more shot should be able to take out that Nexus no problem. But of course, that wouldn't actually do that much damage to the economy of The Barcode player, I hope he realizes that he's actually got 2 probes on that gas, but all these mutas actually going to town on these ultras. Livibee needs to try and get rid of the ultras first before trying to get rid of the lings, because that's going to do a lot of damage. Meanwhile, my computer is lagging. Meanwhile, everyone's computer is lagging because the internet here in Australia just simply cannot handle all of this. This gigantic attack by... What is going on here? I think it's Mycrack's Lings trying to push through, but there's so many spines, and a lot of mutas there are actually going to shut down an attack. Meanwhile, the ultras are going to come in from the side. Can he actually surround this bio army? Yes, he can, and the micro of Miggles is going to fail him just a little bit. Maybe he does actually manage to bring all his bio army into his medevacs. At the same time, we do have an attack, and the nexus of the Barcode player does fall. The Ultralists are actually going to go go to town against on Miggles here. Miggles actually with nothing to defend against this, except perhaps a few Marines and a couple of Marauders. That's not going to be enough, since Ultralists do have a lot of armor. Actually, he managed to get 4 armor on those Ultralists, which is a very, very terrifying thing to see on those Ultras. And Mike, what is Mike doing? I don't know what Mike is doing, but he is continuing to mass Hydras with a few Roaches. I think that should save him for now. These Ultralists, did they actually just spawn on all of those Zerglings? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they did, but this is turning out to be a pretty damn epic game. There's a lot of Void Rays against players who are going for mutas, and I don't think that's such a good idea. Getting those Phoenixes will definitely help. And it looks like Nova is actually going to be quickly eliminated soon if the Barcode player decides to try and get it. Meanwhile, we do have a planetary and a lot of missile turrets. This is going to definitely help with the defending of Stodd's now 3rd base. He is the only one with a 3rd base. Meanwhile, Miggles trying to do a bit of harassment, but Mike Rack with way too many Corruptors for a defense. Miggles also losing his natural to, I believe that's Exia's Lings, and his mutas are just going to come in as well. He's actually going, I think this is going to shut him down for good. There's quite a few Marines, but that's going to be not enough against the Mutalist count, which is just way too high. We should be seeing some Muta vs Muta battles very soon. That's quite a lot of defense for Livibee. This is going to shut down any kind of ground attack versus her, at least. The air, on the other hand, is going to be a bit of a problem. There are quite a lot of queens for Exia. Why does he have that many queens? I guess this will definitely help with the creep spread. But Exia actually attacking Miggles, and Mycrack also coming in to attack Miggles as well. Is that enough Corruptors to take on this many mutas? I don't think so. I can't remember. Oh, Barcode actually taking his 3rd base now. The Sky Toss is actually going to take the 3rd base. This is actually a really, really bad position for the other players, because if the Sky Toss can continue his Sky Toss dominance, then obviously all the other players are going to have a really bad problem, a really, really bad time. Now, I think Miggles is almost out of workers here. If we look at the units tab right now, he has... Yeah, he's almost out of workers, basically. That's about it. And Livibee, whoa! Lots and lots of Spore Crawlers for Livibee as well. But still, Juarez continuing to pump out the Hydras. He hasn't really gotten attacked too hard. So right now his Hydras are actually managing to mass up quite a bit. He does have 2-1 upgrades on those Hydras. And anyway, what is Mike Rack going to do right now? He's actually going to try and engage the mutas of Exia. There should be enough, at least to scare away the mutas, but there should be enough to also take out the mutas. Oh, if Livibee realizes that... Exia's mutas are actually gone, she might be able to take out... Oh, that's actually way too many queens. Meanwhile, the Sky Toss of our Barcode player is actually going to come in. He's actually going to try to attack the Green Terran, which is Stodd. The GM Terran is going to be now in a bit of trouble, as I don't think that many missile turrets are enough to take out all of this. What is that? Two carriers and just way too many Void Rays. Oh my god, the pain train will not stop with that one. But anyway, I think building just died for Exia. Not entirely sure what's going on right there, but the Ultralists on full retreat. He has only 4 Corruptors left, and oh, that's a lot of Marines. Holy crap, how many Marines is that? That is 77 Marines with 3 Thors. That is an anti-muta, Void Ray force right there. The Sky Toss player, who is the Orange Protoss, who is also the Barco player, he is going to have such a hard time against Stod, the GM's Mass Marine and 3 Thor's army. Oh my goodness. Anyway, Miggles is in a bit of trouble. He is trying to mine off one base. Maybe he should try and mine off these minerals first before it just lifting up his orbital to put it right here. There are, of course, a lot of other things going on. Now let's look at whose bases are mining out. Whose bases are mined out? Let's see. Exia's main is mined out. Of course, I think everyone's main is basically mined out. Is there anyone's main who's not mined out of minerals? Only Juarez and Miggles, I believe. Yes, only Juarez and Miggles. But the Void Ray is actually going to town on the 3rd base. It looks like the 3rd base of Stod is actually gone, but at what cost? At what cost? As he does lose all of these Void Rays. Oh, those two Void Rays right there actually managing to leave just in the nick of time. But I think at this point, Stod with the winning army composition here, Mass Marine plus Thors, but I think Biggles is down for the count, guys, as Mike Rack's actually going to leave. Oh my goodness. And the Barco player realizing that Stod with 4 bases, he is going full ballers right now. Is there any way of checking? I don't know. I actually don't know. We do have the 2 groups of Mutas and Corruptors coming in to attack Stod. I think though the Mass Marine army of Stod should be enough to take on 2 groups of Mutas. Meanwhile, this many Corruptors are going to have a really hard time against that many Mutas from Exia. He should be able to win. Should be able to beat Mike Rax with just this, but with that many Spore Crawlers, he's not going to be able to take out Mike Rax that quickly. Mike Rax will have to make a pretty damn big mistake, such as missing, such as lifting or unburrowing those Spore Crawlers, if he wants to actually try and lose, at least against the 2 Muta players. Muta Queen is apparently the composition of choice for Exia here. We do have a massive engagement right now coming in from Livibee, and this is not going to be a very good one because it's Phoenixes versus Mutas, and these Phoenixes, I can't even click on them because of the lag. They're currently sitting on 3-2 upgrades. Livibee's Mutas sitting on 2-2 upgrades. This is not going to be a good engagement for Livibee at all. The Marines with 3 attack, and so many Marines. That's so many Marines. That's 4 pages of Marines against these Mutas, as well as the Thors doing some splash damage. Livibee's Mutas need to get the hell out of there right now. But can they get intercepted? Can they get intercepted by the Barco players? Phoenixes, I don't know. No, they do not. So they do actually manage to survive for just right now. But Barco sitting on a little bit of a dangerous position right now. His Sky Toss is not actually doing as well as he needs to be. He needs to get out more He needs to get out more Phoenixes. Maybe he needs to get out some more. Actually, he just needs to get more Phoenixes right now, and he needs to try not to engage this huge Marine army. I mean, the only person I think who can actually take out this Marine army is, in fact, Mike Rax, because he has the Ultras, he has the defense, he has the armor, and Livibee, no! What are you doing? You're going to move them in. Livibee currently in a very, very bad position, as those Mutas, not only did they get attacked by, not only did they run into Stod's massive Marine Thor army, but they also ran into Exia's huge Muta army, and Exia doing the same thing as well. This is not a very good thing to do if you're the red or lilac Zerg players. Meanwhile, Miggles just having a really, really hard time securing another base. I think he shouldn't have used those minerals to make another command center. He should have just used those minerals to make more CVs. Meanwhile, we currently have a bit of a stalemate here as Livibee somehow managing to sneak a drone in there. I actually did not see that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there's a ninja expansion, a hidden expansion right there. Green is not mined out. That is true. He does have a base left, and these Thors are actually going to hold down the fort for just a little bit. And even though We have a hidden base for Livibee. It's currently getting focused down by one Void Ray, but at the same time, she can't actually send any drones there because the only way to get those drones there is through this huge Marine army. And of course, those drones are going to die very quickly. And oh my cracks, it is drones is actually going to get picked out by these mutas. Oh, this is huge. There's a lot of spore crawlers that should be able to hold out against those mutas, especially with those 4 corruptors there. That will help a lot. Miggle's having a really hard time right now. He's actually going to float this. He's actually going to float this command center all the way here, so he can still stay in the game at least, even if he's run out of buildings. Apart from that command center, of course. This gigantic Hydra army. Holy crap! That's 55 Hydras against. We have 55 Hydras against 139 Marines! 139 Marines! Oh my god, I think that's the most amount of Marines I've seen in any game that I have casted thus far. Not even players who have gone mass Marine in 1v1s have actually managed to get that many out because, well, simply because there's just not enough time to get out 139 Marines in a game of 1v1. It just doesn't happen. We do finally have Hydra Speed coming out for Juarez, which is very delayed Hydra Speed actually. I don't know why he's opted to get it now as opposed to before, but I suppose since he was always just defending, playing super duper defensive with those Hydras, there's no need to like go all out with Hydra Speed. Remember, Hydra Speed only affects Hydras that are off creep, not on creep. So, whew. He's going to be safe from red, lilac, and orange for quite a while because those Hydras are going to be able to just pay for themselves for so long, especially since they have the 3/3 upgrades, and soon they're going to have the speed upgrade as well. With so much creep on the map, with all those Zerg players like poopy creep all over the place, it's going to be down to Stod for the biggest cleanup duty ever for creep. He needs to try and get rid of all that creep, but here comes the Hydra army! All that waiting is actually going to probably pay off as he is going to attack Exia. And Exia, what can Exia do? He only has queens and mutas. The queens should be able to hold out for a little bit as the mutas try and do as much damage, but of course those mutas are just going to get shot down straight to hell. Holy crap. And right now I think the game is really down to green versus red versus blue, possibly versus purple as well, because I think, well, if purple can try and make some more units, make some more Hydras, make some infestors, that would be a really good idea. With that many, with that much gas, should be able to make some infestors and then try and do some good fungals on red's mutas, and then could be lights out for red. Could be lights out for red if he manages to get some good fungals on blue's Hydra army. That could be lights out for Juarez as well. At the same time, with that many Ultralisks, should be able to do a counterattack against Juarez if Juarez tries to move out and attack Exia. Right now, having a bit of a stalemate, but I think Stod, seriously, Stod, with the huge friggin' army, should just go and attack Exia. Exia really does not have that much to defend against this. He could also try and attack Juarez, but although I don't really suggest this to be such a good idea, he's actually going to try and engage Juarez. Now, if Juarez is paying attention, he needs to move away. There's just not enough, and oh my god, Juarez, he's actually going to lose. I think he's going to lose all his Hydras. There's so many Marines! And it has been called green is probably going to win with that many Marines. What do you do against so many Marines? What do you do against so many Marines? And to think that Stod was the only one who actually managed to stay on a 4-base economy. That's why in free-for-all you really got to try and be as greedy as you can and try and take out a person as quickly as you can so you can take their economy. But oh, good snipe from the Barco player, taking out the 4th base for Stod, and Stod actually not going to be able to take out those Void Rays anytime soon. But Stod actually quite a lot of quite a lot of minerals. He should try and warp in some zealots to just supplement his army. Might be a good idea. We do have quite a few banelings coming in for Juarez right now. What is he going to do with them? Oh, he's going to try and take out Stod with those Banelings. Going to try and do some good Baneling hits. Oh, I wonder if he actually does manage to get some good Baneling hits. But right now the Marines are trying. The Mutalisks. The Mutalisk count is pretty high, but obviously not high enough to take on this army head on. He needs to try and attack Stod when Stod has moved out. Right now Stod just simply knows that this is true, so he simply cannot move out, or else he's just going to get counterattacked. He might actually sandwich those mutants, but those mutants actually finding a means of getting out. And remember, Stod sticking to a ground army, which means he will have a hard time chasing these mutants. These mutants are going to come in, and Miggles does have a random orbital right there. And what the hell is going on right here? Is that a queen drop? Did I see a queen drop? That was a queen drop. Queen drop harass trying to take out the buildings of Exia. Of course these buildings are actually pretty worthless right now. It's just a Vespine extractor that is dead. Oh, Exia's second hatchery being taken out by the Void Rays. That's actually a pretty big deal, since Exia now having a really hard time producing anything, but at the same time he only has 4 minerals, so what can he do? Oh, we have an engagement! A lot of Marines were lost in that engagement, I believe. Those Ultralisks actually with 17 kills! Holy crap, and these mutants need to get the hell away right now, because those stores and those stores and the Marines are just going to be way too much. We do have some Infestors with quite a lot of energy. Can we see the money fungal growths that we were destined to see from Mycrack? We'll find out soon enough, as it looks like it's just Juarez, Mycrack, and Stod who are the only ones who are actually producing anything right now, which means they're the only ones still with some sort of economy to produce something off, still the only ones with minerals to actually make stuff with, and so much gas for him as well. Oh, we do have burrowed Banelings! We do have the burrowed Banelings from Juarez. He could be thinking of trying to do a Baneling landmine against all of those Marines. That will definitely be the way to go against that many Marines. Barcode Orange player being really cost effective with these Void Rays, trying to snipe the expansions of Stod, but unfortunately Stod with just so many minerals and so much economy, he basically can take the battle to him any day. In fact, I think if he just A moves straight into the Barcode player's base, he could just win. So it looks like we might be seeing a YOLO all-in if everybody tries to send their armies in at the same time. This could be huge, and I won't actually know what the hell is going on. I won't know who's winning. These Void Rays actually managing to take out the planetary fortress just before the mutants get in. No, just before the Marines get in, actually. My bad. Terror players having mutants. Now, wouldn't that be insane? Oh, but if all the players actually manage to get there, if everybody manages to get their army into the middle, then I think Juarez is going to have a really fun day, especially if all the Marines get into the middle, because what's right here? We do have a bunch of Banelings! Juarez getting super duper excited about it. I think he's going to get ready! We could be seeing a 4-way coming in just right about now, and oh, this is going to be huge! This is going to be huge. I really got to keep an eye on the minimap as everyone is getting ready. The Ultralisks are coming in! He secures the watchtower. He knows what's going on, and he needs to back away right now because there's just so much from everybody else. Oh, this is a standoff. It's a Mexican standoff! We do have Bailey's coming in for Mycrack right now. As oh, we don't have an engagement! They're gonna back away for just a little bit. This little dance of death is going to... It takes two, baby! It takes two to dance with death. And we do have an engagement already, and oh, the Void Ray is coming in at a bad position, and meanwhile, Miggles has left the game. Juarez actually might actually sandwich. He's actually gonna get sandwiched by Mycrack and Exia, and I think those Baneling hits actually doing quite a bit of damage to the Banelings at least. And oh no, the Skytoss player has left the game. Meanwhile, this gigantic force of Juarez is gonna just basically steamroll through unless he actually accidentally uses the move command. Can he actually take out all of Red's forces? I don't actually know. I think he's not gonna be able to. Red is actually gonna pull through. I think he's done it. He's done it. He's actually taken out all the Hydras with Beast. Juarez has lost. He's out. He's out. GG Juarez. He's got nothing left. He's got no economy. He's only making 9 more Hydras. What can he do with that? And Exia, gotta be feeling good about that, but Exia has left the game. Those mutas are basically not going to hold out. Stod still with the 197 supply army versus Micrax with the 141 supply army. Who is going to win? That is the big question, as this red army, of course, has already left the game, so obviously killing these units is not going to do anything interesting. He's just going to kill them off so he can take the tower. But right now, Micrax is going to come in with a huge engagement of those Ultras, and he does actually manage to get the huge Fungals. All the Marines are going to die. All the Marines are going to die for Stod. I think the Thors are actually going to try and hold out for just a little bit with that many Ultralisks. I don't think they can. Oh my god, is Stod going to lose this? He's actually going to lose this! Micrax has actually managed to take out the entire force of Stod. What can Stod do? He's trying to make some more Marines. We do have a couple of Hydras coming in from Juarez now. I think this is his final batch of Hydras. He can't make anything else right now. He can only make one more Hydra. That's it! He can only make one more Hydra! The full base economy of Stod is actually managing to stay for quite a bit, but but right now I think Juarez is in huge trouble. Those Hydras are not going to be able to do anything, and we also see some infested Terrans coming in from Micrax. Oh my god! Oh my god! That was huge. Huge play by Micrax, actually managing to take out the entire army of Stod, leaving Stod to just a bunch of planetaries. And especially since his defense has just been planetaries and a bunch of Marines, what can he do if Micrax actually went in and attacked Stod directly? Stod would have actually been in so much trouble. He would have had to actually leave the game. I don't think Stod has enough production now to do it. He only has 700 and something minerals left. He is still mining out of this base, but he only has 7 SCVs. What can he do? Juarez ultimately in an even worse position right now. He's also out of guys, Stod is actually out of Marines. Minerals. The GM is actually out of minerals now, so we'll see what he decides to do. And what the hell, Micrax actually trying to attack with the drones. Coming in to attack Exia's old base is going to be quite pointless right now. We do have a huge migration of overlords. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? And the banelings of Juarez have been destroyed. Juarez is out of the game, guys. He is also going to lose all of these overlords to Livybee's smartly placed spore crawlers. Livibee also more or less out of the game, and I mean with that many spine crawlers, fair enough. I mean you could try and win just by not losing. What can you do? What can you do? And right now all the players are currently just sitting back trying to think desperately about what they can do. But I think we should be seeing a final engagement, probably from Stod, Juarez, Micrax, Stod and Micrax I think are the only ones left in the game now. Place your bets, guys. Stod versus Micrax. That is the big question. They're really at this point now, let's look at the units tab, because it's actually readable now. It's 66 Marines and 2 Thors with only 200 minerals left versus 9 Corruptors and 3 Ultralisks and 4 Infestors. I think Stod's got it covered. Stod is probably going to cover it. Here comes the final engagement, and it's not actually a very good engagement at all. All the Ultralisks actually do die because of the spore crawlers blocking the path of the Ultralisks, and Micrax has left the game. Stod actually is probably just gonna stim to win! He's probably just gonna stim to win all the way through. Attack, who I don't even know who's left. I actually don't even know who's left. Who the hell is left? Let's see, it's it's Stod, Livibee, and Juarez. Juarez is definitely out of the game. Livibee is out of the game, I'm pretty sure, and Stod is the only one left. And what will Stod do? Is he scared? Is he scared that Livibee has some sort of an army? This could be the ultimate bluff from Livibee. The player with basically nothing left, just hanging in there with a couple of spies. Can these spies actually take out all of these Marines? I don't think so. There's just way too many Marines. Yeah, there's not enough. There's only 9 spine crawlers. It's not enough, and Juarez actually just hanging on, maybe because he didn't realize that he should just leave. And maybe spectate the game from a stream. Could be interesting. But with that many Marines, you simply cannot beat Stod anymore, and with those 3 Thors, shuts down the armies of all the other players, except there are no armies! What am I talking about? There are no armies! Ha 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 ha! Oh, but the Spore Crawler could actually take out one of the Medivacs, and no it doesn't. And at this point now, there really is no point staying in the game now for the 2 Zerg players who are left. Once again, in a free-for-all, a Terran player actually manages to win! And Juarez, not rebuilding their base, has actually been revealed. Miggles has left the game. Yes, I'm pretty sure Miggles has left the game. These Marines are just gonna go to town on everything now. The one thing that Livibee does have on her is a bunch of Spore Crawlers, which basically means... Oh, we do have some lag from Juarez! What are you doing? That's quite an interesting build you've got there. The lag build. I like. I like. But has he actually left the game? I think he's left the game. He's left the game, what the hell? Livy has left, Juarez has left the game, and why are we getting this lag screen? Why are we getting this lag screen? Lag screen, actually. It's supposed to be lag stream. I need to stretch just a little bit. Actually, Juarez has been defeated, and he does actually decide to just lag out. I really think Stod should just attack. He scanned the base of Livibee. There's simply nothing that Livy can do. She is waiting. She's biding her time. I'm pretty sure. Stod, what you doing? Attack! He should be attacking. He is actually going to just book it now, and once he attacks, we should be seeing a GG from Livibee very soon. I mean, unless 9 spine crawlers can take out 93 Marines, which I doubt. Here comes the attack. What are you doing? He's actually going to load them up into the Medivacs. That's actually not a good idea at all. That's actually not a good idea at all, because the Spore Crawlers are actually going to do quite a lot of damage to the Medivacs, and if Livibee destroys all the Medivacs, she will destroy, what is that, 6? She will destroy about 30 Marines, but right now, here comes the attack, and we should be seeing a GG from Livibee very, very soon. As the Marines just come in, stim to win, but how many Medivacs are left? We do have all 6 Medivacs still here. We do lose 1 Medivac, 2 Medivacs, 3 Medivacs. Livibee has nothing to defend, and she should be leaving the game very, very soon. Unless she's AFK. In which then, okay, fair enough. Why are you loading them in? Uh-oh. Almost lost one of the medevacts with the Marines in him. Not entirely sure what that whole shenanigan was all about. But anyway, Livibee should be leaving the game very soon, or get defeated. If she gets defeated, that's the other way of winning the game. Not entirely sure. I can't exactly... I don't even know what H is supposed to do. Anyway, this starter step pretty damn good, and Livibee has been defeated. So the winner of this free-for-all is none other than Stod. Well done, Stod. The winner of the fan free-for-all. Congratulations. Congratulations. So, anyway, that was a very exciting game to cast. Can't really say anything in the form of strategy wise, but anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you so desire. This will be on YouTube, by the way. So subscribe to my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/magician88, or follow me on Twitter. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.